Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and once again incredibly good, so good episode of our favorite HBO show, Lovecraft Country. Oh man, I didn't get around to it last night mostly because I spent all Sunday night watching both the season 6 premiere of Fear the Walking Dead, and then the show that followed it, the new episode of The Walking Dead World Beyond. And then as I was uploading the reviews for both those shows, I did watch Lovecraft Country, but by the time I was finished watching, it was too late and I had to get up for work. So I'm uploading my review tonight. Thank you for bearing with me. And as usual, with most of my episode reviews, do not keep watching or listening if you haven't watched the latest episode of Lovecraft Country. That being said, you have been warned. So we've seen magic, mysticism, sorcery. Well, all that stuff is pretty much the same thing. Scary-ass monsters, multiple universes, alternate dimensions, and, spells, and it's just like freaky, spooky, gory shit. And of course, it's all the reasons why I absolutely love this show. And this show just gave me another reason to love it. Not only does it have is that machine some kind of time machine indeed, which it is, but it also is a multiverse machine where Hippolyta, who made it back on her own A-OK, which is great. You know, she's not dead and she's not missing or gone anymore, and apparently is now much smarter than she already was to begin with, because she is quite the bright lady, and she has been since we've known her, and now she seems like 5 or 10 times smarter than she was, and that's awesome. You know, the way she was talking really fast, and she was talking about, well, if we do this and we do that, then this will work, and if I do this, then it'll open the portal. You know, that was awesome. The whole episode was very reminiscent of the classic beloved film Back to the Future, except it was a lot darker and way more sad. This episode touched on the very scary, real-life, horrific incident, one of the darkest moments in American history, the Tulsa Massacre of 1921. The Tulsa Massacre has recently re-entered the public's mind with another HBO show, an episode of Watchmen. I've never seen Watchmen. I don't know about it, but I know they covered that same event in that show as well in at least one episode. And then in real life, earlier this year, it re-entered the public's mind when this controversy erupted when President Trump wanted to hold a presidential campaign rally there on the site of the massacre, and many people argued and said it was in bad taste, and I believe they did relocate or reschedule the rally to another city. Whether that was because of the backlash or not, we're not really sure, but you know, when that controversy started, people were like, wait a minute, what was the Tulsa Massacre again? And of course, shockingly, like a lot of racist history in our history, it's not exactly taught or learned about in schools. So a lot of people have started re-educating themselves about it. And I think this episode provided some insight as to how horrific and scary it must have been. Yes, it took place in a fictional show, but I'm sure the horrors and the violence and bloodshed that followed were quite accurate. You know, the thing that I loved the most about this episode is that they were afraid of mucking up history mucking up the timeline or this history by getting involved or interfering in some capacity or one another. And yet, what they didn't realize until they realized it was that they were exactly where they needed to be in order to save a young George and a young Montrose and Atticus's mother as well from those white boys who were going to beat the hell out of them. And then as Montrose is telling the story, Atticus finishes the word for him. He's like, I got it, kid, or I got you, kid. And he realizes, wait a minute, there's something wrong. And then it's like, nope, there's the baseball bat right there. He's exactly where he's supposed to be to save his father and his family's lives. It's amazing. Oh, God. And that shot of the peckerhead who's laughing, and then he's like laughing in slow motion, and he turns his head like, and then crack of the bat right in his face, breaking his jaw, was so satisfying to watch. And again, it was so gratifying and satisfying to watch a bunch of racist peckerheads just get the hell beaten out of them. We've seen them ripped up to pieces by monsters on the show, which is also immensely satisfying. But then to see Atticus, a black man, armed with nothing but a baseball bat just beat the hell out of these racist assholes to save his family was just so damn satisfying and such a good episode. I think they're setting us up for what promises to be one hell of a season finale. One more other quick note, I also loved how Hippolyta's hair now turned blue, which makes her look even cooler, I think. What did you guys think of this episode? I'd love to hear your thoughts and your opinions down below in the comments section. What do you think we're going to see in the season finale? Have any death predictions? Let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching. The season 1 finale of Lovecraft Country drops next Sunday night on HBO. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching, guys. And of course, until next time, may the force be with you.